Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, it's the top 5 win rate decks of October 2024. Top 5 win rate decks day. Top 5 win rate decks day. Yeah, what are we doing? We're taking a look at the current tier list for Untapped GG, taking a look at the stuff that has been the highest win rate in the last week, and those are the decks that we're playing today. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, and remember, you can trust me because I am a trained professional. Dr. You Can't Suck It. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You Can't Suck It. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you from my, say it with me, secret underground headquarters. I heard you. And I'm bringing you to you the top 5 win rate decks off of Untapped GG's standard meta tier list, with the focus from stuff that's been played from October 8th until now. So why do I pull it that close together is because in the past, I used to just play everything within the range of the whatever the meta was, and we pretty much played the same decks every single month, and it sucked. So I'm looking for some variation. I want to know what's hot right now, like Hansel from Zoolander. So that's what we're looking for, right? I want to find out what's been doing really good, what's been hot, what's been rocking it right now, and that's what we're looking at. And so it's going to be an erratic list, and this list is so crazy because 4 out of the 5 decks are new from last month. Just insane. I've never seen that happen before. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to count down from the fifth deck to the 5th place deck to the 1st place deck. It's a crazy, crazy list. What is number 5 going to be? Hold on to your pants and let's check it out. All right, up and against Cool Ranch Fart. All right, so we got a little bit of control, just a tiny, tiny bit. All right, so we got no more lies this guy. Someone tells me that's not the end of it. There you go. All right, so we got no more lies again. This guy's gonna start hucking dudes at me. That's an instant. I just gotta do it, right? Now let's just draw some cards. Alright, apparently that's it. He's got a couple of counter spells to work with now. As he tries to pump things up, Prowess will go someplace. Taking hits. I mean, we lost pretty much half our life at this point. We need to wipe his board, but we don't have a board wipe on us at the moment. That's a good card. That's a really good card for us. Yoink. All right, so we got Soul Partition. We can play as an instant. And we win. Wow, I cannot believe we pulled that one off. Victory! All right, so we are with the fifth highest win rate for this last week in the current meta, according to UntappedGG. And this is probably the worst deck I have played in 1,000 years. It could just be because I am just not a control player and don't understand it or something, but I just couldn't get this thing to work. I played it looks like 7 times over the course of 54 minutes. And I managed to win 1 time with it. No, I played it 8 times in 54 minutes. And I won 1 time. And you saw it. And it was only because I bored a mono red deck to death. I didn't do any damage to him at all. I just got rid of all this stuff. And he just was like, yeah, I'm bored. And stopped playing. So, man, I don't know. There was one time I got terribly, terribly close to finishing a guy off by decking him. And this deck only has Jaces. That's it. That's the only way you can actually like get rid of people's cards. I got him down to like 3 left, but still he ended up just killing me. So yeah, in my opinion, this deck is a gigantic worthless pile of crap. I would never play this. I think it's horrible. But yet somehow this thing became the 5th highest win rate deck in Standard in the last week. It's beyond me. Beyond me. I don't understand it. But anyways, there you go. If you enjoy this kind of deck, good luck. All right, playing against Petazine. Petazine. All right, what do we got? 2, 3, technically 4. We gotta watch out for the counter spells, but what are we gonna do about that? You just gotta plow through them. I don't have to worry about my next turn. Really, you're going to go through all that just to take care of a little baby. All right, there's a bat and a rat. He's got to have a plan for that. Battle cry! He's trying to mill me. He is trying to mill me. All right, well, I see where this is. It's called Sunfell time. You gonna bother? All right, do you have what it takes in your cards to continue with a good mill at this point? Nope, you do not. Suck it, suckerfish. Victory! All right, so here we are with number 4 this month. It is Mono White Control. I cannot believe I had to play 2 control decks in a row. Oh, the humanity. It was so hard. At least this one had, you know, little creature tokens coming out. The funny part, Parting Gust, it's a tricksy card. What are we going to do with it? Play on Sanguine Evangelist or something? Maybe even the Overlord of the Mistmoors? And even Bez I can see, just so we can get the extra ability of it to come back into effect. The thing is, it's slow, right? You get rid of it. I guess you want to instant on your opponent's turn. And then, I don't know. It's just, you got to wait till the end of the beginning of your next instep of the owner of the card. It's just a rough time trying to get your own cards back. It takes a long time. What are we packed up with, though? We're packed up with Lay Down Arms, which we haven't seen in such a long time. Get Lost, Sunfall. Those are all in there to help, control. Other than that, you just got a bunch of token dudes coming out. It's an okay deck. It's not bad. It's weak ass when it comes to creatures, and the control's okay, but it's definitely not as bad as Azorius Control. I did not have a good time with it. It was fine. I just wish it was trying to do something a little bit more aggressive. Still, this deck is the 4th highest win rate of this last week, according to Untapped GG. So it's got to have some juice to it. Just got to ask yourself, are you a control player? I am not. All right, so there you go. Number 4, Mono White Control. And we're playing against Shot by This Girl. Shot me. This girl. 1/2 mana, no black, but we really just need this for throwing. Let's turn off the mouse. You gonna shoot it? Boy, we only got 2 more guys here. This guy really gonna sit there and try to shoot our guys? Aha! Take your damage, sucker fish! All right, we're going to get double out of this guy. Oh, he is what he is. Yeah, I got to take that action. What? Oh, got to manifest some dread, huh? All right, fine. All right, so if I clear the board a little bit, we might just barely be able to keep this thing going. See if you could trick this guy. All right, come on, sneak it in. Still, you don't get anything above it, man. I think I get to shoot you before anything bad happens. Yeah! Right there. Put it on. And we win! Holy smoke, how did we pull that one off? Victory! All right, so here we are with Rakdos Aggro. Oh, it felt so good to play aggro again. After 2 games of control, it just right back into some nice warm bath water here. Just going nuts on people. I know this deck is super boring, and I hate playing against myself. You know when you put out Rakdos, you got a Callous Sell-Sword there. But, man, it's just so nice to actually play a quick game. Just people duking it out. And we got to play some tricksy stuff. It was super cool. I felt like it was fun, it was engaging, and it was over quickly. So, yeah, that's what makes aggro deck so nice. Well, we didn't even get to see the Slickshot Show-Off. This guy is really incredible. The thing is, I don't play this deck enough, so every time I see him, I always feel like, oh, crap, it's the Slickshot. But when you have it on your own side, yeah, you just want this guy to come out so badly. Instead, which one? One of our guys, it was Turn Inside Out, saved our butts by manifesting after the fact. So even though I had to sacrifice my guy, and it was the only guy I had, we ended up getting a second guy from nowhere, which was fantastic because that was the key to winning the game, was having the dread out there to do it with. Plus, all of our other things, Monstrous Rage, fantastic cards, all of it works together. This is your tradition. This is basically mono red aggro. It's just that if you can play this guy in a pinch, you can. Doesn't really matter. Everything else on here is ready to go. All right, so there you go. The third best deck, win rate rise in the last week in Standard, according to Untapped GG, Rakdos Aggro. All right, we were playing against Pingus Eggman. Pengas. All right, I'll play it. All right, we're going second against Mono Red. Not cool, man. All right, that's 1 to you, apparently. All right, great. All right, so we got the shard. Let's put him out. Singular, then. We can keep him alive. He's playing old school red, isn't he? I don't think he cares about going after my guys. He went after the first guy, I guess, but... All right, we're down to 4. Can we turn this thing around at this point? It's probably not something that can be done. Maybe we just won. And we did! Suck it! Victory! All right, here we are at the true aggro deck. Look at that. Just 1s and 2s. That is it. How much land does this thing have in it? 20. You just don't care. You just get 2 lands and that's it. Yeah, you just got to make sure you have enough creatures because everything else is just pump. This thing is nothing but just matchsticks and gas for the most part. Yeah, the fact that I pulled that game off was just incredible. But the main reason why is because Manifold Mouse is able to do double strike, pump them, and then you got twice that, at which point with the Callous Sell-Sword, that's going to be 3 times whatever his ability is. If they didn't have the ability to block, they were toast. Everything is dirt cheap. And apparently I had plenty of mana to take care of what needed to be done. So the cool thing about this deck is that we're starting to see the rise of the enchantments, the white enchantments. And this thing has just completely taken over on red as far as what you could do. And why does that work out? It's because we have a lot of them that, well, I guess it's just one of them is flash. These other three are slow. But they just do so much more. Pump up by the number of enchantments you have. That's the same thing there. I just apparently don't have enough of these guys to do it. So I got these old-fashioned ones right there. Look how cool that is. This guy looks like he's wearing some hefty boy armor there. This one's a little bit different. But I'm really a big fan of, I'm a big fan of Shelter by Ghost when I'm playing it. Hate it when other people use this crap against me. Yeah, calling this Mardu is rough because there's only one black, and even then it's only half black. The other side is red. The red's what you care about. The black, you don't care about it at all. Like, how much black do we even have in here? None. I don't see any black at all. We're not playing the Callous Sell-Sword. We're just using this for the fling. That's it, man. So calling this Mardu is really rough. This is really just Boros with a fling in it. Anyways, it was fun. It was aggro. It was fantastic. And we were able to go second against a mono red and still burn it out. And that was a fantastic turn of events. So there you go. Second place for win rate in this particular week in Standard. Mardu Aggro. All right, playing against the Carpetbagger. Coming from the north, coming down to push us around and tell us what to do in our own homes. We got 0 creatures. We're going to mulligan this thing. That's much better. And who are we going to get rid of here? Keep. Let's keep the mice. I don't like what he's doing there. He's acting like he's going to start killing things. Oh, I like that. Oh well. That's prowess. And double strike. Boom, boom. I was going to say, I'd love to be able to keep that, but we can't. But we have enough to play everything else we got here. That's extraordinarily bad. All right, I'm going to double strike him. That's all that's going to matter here. And all in. And we win. Yeah, we pinned that guy down. Victory! All right, so here we are with Boros Auras, the top-rated deck of this last week in Standard as far as win rates concerned. And I see why. The hottest thing right now are these white, cheap enchantments. These things are going to be the death of us. We're going to hate them because they're going to be played for the next, 3 years. And we got to put up with this crap constantly. But, it's the first couple of weeks when people noticed them. And, yeah, they are hot right now, like Hansel. You know what I mean? All right, so what made this deck so good? Because it just balloons out of nowhere. Essentially, it's with Manifold Mouse is able to give guys double strike, and you're just able to throw things on, give them trample, and totally just, double strike those guys. And so they're just blooming up to 8s and 9s which means they're going to do like 16 and 18 points of damage with trample. It is so hard to hold up against it. And the great part about white is that we get the Shardmage's Rescue, which gives us, hexproof. We got hexproof in an aggro red deck. We got Shelter by Ghost, which exiles other people's stuff. Feather of Flight gives them flying, which is an evasion, and that is rough. The cool thing I like seeing, I love Discover. I think that's super cool. And we'll be able to, everything in here is under 3. So everything in this deck you could pull, you could actually pull it again and play it for free. And your guys can have trample +1 and something else. The worst case scenario in this situation would be like another creature or something like that, who's just going to come out and be standing there like a 1/1 being like, I don't know, I didn't expect to be out this early. But he'll be there. So anyways, this is a tight deck. It doesn't seem to have as much options as like the Mardu version of it, but apparently tightening it up gives it what it needs to be able. The only difference between the Mardu deck we played is that we're not playing with Fling, which is an excellent last minute choice what your guys are going to do. Instead, we got Etali's Favor instead. It's a great deck. It's a powerful deck. It's a great deck to play. Lots of fun. So anyways, there you go. There's your number 1 win rate deck for the middle week of October 2024. Here we are with our top 5 win rate decks from Untapped GG's list for this particular week of October 2024. And it's a crazy, crazy list. The most interesting thing about this to me was the fact that only one deck survived from last month, and that was Rakdos Aggro. I gotta say, I think Rakdos Aggro is at a high right now. If I were to pick anything out as what I thought was the number 1 deck, I'd say it's probably Rakdos Aggro. Rakdos Aggro is just mono win prowess, where we have that 50-50, red/black card in it. You don't even need it for the black, but it's like, I got it in there. Why not? Why not, right? He bumps up for every other red card I play. He can pump. He's a great thing going forward. So if you don't use it for the fling ability, still the guy's pretty sweet. Yeah, but everything else is new. Now, what did I hate about it? Anything that had the word control. I gotta say Boros Control, or not Boros, Azorius Control. That deck, I don't even understand how it made the list. That thing sucks so hard. I gotta believe it's a great deck. It's not a great deck for me. It's exactly the opposite. It's the kind of deck I just can't understand. I don't know how to play it. It just doesn't work. It's like, what am I even doing with it? Was I literally trying to mill people? Didn't feel that way. It's like, am I just supposed to pin them down until they run out of things to do and then attack them with man lands or something? That's what control usually seems to do. But yeah, I had a hard time with that. But yeah, if it wasn't control, I thought it was great. It was those aggro decks were pretty much the same thing. You had Rakdos Aggro, Mardu Aggro, and Boros Aggro. Pretty much the same thing over and over again. But yeah, adding in those enchantments, the white auras that we saw both in the Mardu Aggro and the Boros Aggros, that's what made those decks number 1 and number 2. What'll be interesting is if that holds out as being the key to being the best win rate decks for the rest of the meta, is those weak, those single, the 1 or 2 cost aggros or auras. I've seen it happen before. It might be the thing that just holds it together for the rest of the time. I don't know. This might be the start of it. We'll see. All right, so there you go. I hope you had a lot of fun. And if you decide to play with any of these decks, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.